Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on my skincare routine. I put a blog post up on my blog, which I'll have linked down below, yesterday I think, and I did say that if people wanted I would also do a video on it, so here we are. So the first thing we should probably talk about is you need to identify your skin type first. There is no point in trying to even start unless you can do that much. So I personally have dry to normal skin. I have very dry patches in these areas here, as well as a little bit, actually a lot under my eyes, and I have some up here as well. So what I use is, it works for that. So just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Also, I am not an expert in any shape or form. This is just what I have learned over the years trying to figure out my skin. It has taken a very long time. So it is important to take the time to work out what yours is too. Secondly, I do have a few general tips that I would recommend for any skin type. And if you want a more detailed approach on all of them, I have done a very extensive blog post on it. Everybody was like, oh my god, it's so long, and I was like, I warned you, grab a cup of tea. So after that, we're just going to get straight into it. So my first tip that I had said was to drink plenty of water and to stay extremely hydrated. Now, I drink a lot of water anyway. I mean a lot. I would average out between 2 to 3 litres a day. At the start, I was not like that. I was not like that at all. And as I said in my blog post, start slow. So even if it only means drinking a glass of water a day, it's still a glass more than what you would have had before you started. So I take that as a plus. Do build up slowly though. I found it very, very hard in the beginning to actually up my water intake and stay hydrated. But once I did, the difference in my skin was just unbelievable. I couldn't even get over it myself. I have had a massive difference. It just looks healthier. It looks glowier. Glowier? That's not even a word. It has a natural glow. It has a natural glow. And it is something that stayed with me then while I was pregnant as well, which was an extra bonus. So my tip that worked for me to actually really up my water intake was I got a bottle like this one. Obviously it can be any bottle, but this is the bottle that I use. And I actually marked off times. I don't know if you're going to be able, yeah, you can. What I did is I would mark off different sections, I suppose, of the bottle, and I would aim to have that much drank by the time I put on it. So now I drink a lot more than this in a day. That's why I just really doodled it on to show you guys. But yeah, it kind of set a goal for yourself, and it made it a lot easier, and it made it a lot more gradual, so I wasn't drinking too much. Like if you go to drink all of this bottle in like the space of 10 minutes, that's not going to do anything for you. Like even over an hour, that's a whole litre right there. Like that is a lot of water to drink in an hour. I mean, if you want to do that, you can, but all I can see it doing is giving your kidneys and your bladder a very good workout. So yes, stay very, very hydrated. My next tip after that was actually your diet, and I don't mean to actually physically go on a diet to lose weight. When I first started eating the way I eat now, this is something I did struggle with a lot. It was trying to figure out what foods were and were not good for me. I didn't go on it to lose weight per se, but it was just to give my body a chance, because I know there are certain foods out there that really do not agree with my body. White bread, for example, just you can forget about it. With me and white bread, it does not end well at all. So small things like that. But when I actually started making a bigger difference to my diet, I noticed an even more improvement to my skin. So the thing that I found helpful when doing this was I kept a food diary. You just literally writing down everything you eat during the day. It's so quick, so easy. It really doesn't take up that much time. It shows you what you're eating, and you can then almost see from that what does and does not agree with your skin. I don't personally suffer with things like chocolate and breakouts, but I know my sister does. Or even my dad actually, if they eat even the smallest bit of chocolate, they will wake up the next morning with a spot. And I am so glad, touch wood, that does not happen with me, but I know some people are. So if you're not sure what is causing it, a food diary might help you. And plus, if you record how much water you're drinking as well in that, it also kind of two birds, one stone kind of deal. My last tip was, I sometimes feel like this is my mantra, it's something I say over and over and over and over and over again, is to cleanse, tone, moisturize. Regardless of your skin type, you should be doing those 3 things at least twice a day, but you need to be doing it every single day. And to people who I have said this to before, and you came back to me and it's like, I didn't work, I would always say, yeah, but did you do it twice a day, every single day for more than a week? And most often than not, they will come back and tell me, no, I didn't, I gave up. And I am guilty of doing this in the past. Without seeing immediate results, I just quit. I would stop. I wouldn't care. It felt like the product wasn't working for me. But skin takes time. You need to give your skin a chance to adapt to the new routine. It needs to get used to new products. And different products will work for different people as well. You need to take that into consideration too. So you need to give this process time. Now, I do understand if you're going spending money on these things, you do want them to work. And that is why I am not saying in any way that what I use will work for you. It is what works for me. Okay, so without blabbering on too much more about that, we're just going to get into what I do on a daily basis. So every morning I wake up, I go to the bathroom, and I wash my face. And that is simply as it sounds. I just get some water and I rub it all over my face, and that's what I do. And once I have that done, I go in with my Neutrogena Visibly Clear Pore and Shine Daily Wash. I cannot say how much I love this stuff. It is amazing. Now, it does visibly mattify the skin and unclogs pore with tangerine and lime. It is kind of more of a product you use for oily skin, but it works really, really well with mine. It just seems to clean and really unclog my pores without actually drying me out. I don't know why it does that to my skin, but it's how it works anyway. They do have some more, what am I looking for? Like, they have variations of these. They also have a pink one and an orange one, and I think one of those are for dry skin. But when I find something I love, I take a very long time to change from it. So I probably will change to one of them and just give them a go. But for now, this is what works for me, and I do love it very, very, very much. So once I wash that off and I dry my face, I go straight in with my toner. Now this is a Keshi, don't know how to pronounce it, Pure and Clean Revitalizing Toner. Now I got this in a glossy box a few months ago, and I have been using this every single day since then, and there is not a lot gone out of it. Like, it lasts forever. You do not need much toner. Ever. You really don't. Just a small little bit. So what I do is I go in with this and I put a little bit onto just a cotton pad. These are the ones I got in Aldi, I think. Just a little bit. The reason why I love this one though in particular is because it smells so, I can't even explain it. I don't even know what it smells like. It just smells so good. Now, there is a catch with this one. I have looked everywhere, and I mean everywhere, to find somewhere to like buy a replacement of this, because I am so scared when this runs out, what am I going to do, because I do love it and I can't. Now, I did leave a link on my blog to the website, like the actual brand website, but I can't work out how you buy it. Like, it's there, but it doesn't give you an option to actually buy the product. So I don't know, but I do have another toner which I love just as much, and that is the Simple Kind to Skin Soothing Facial Toner. you will see as this video progresses, I have a slight love affair with Simple. I love their products. They're just yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you can actually see how much is left in this, but I have been using this for a very, very, very long time before I got this one. And the only reason why I actually converted is because the smell of this is just, I really wish I was good at explaining scents, but I'm really, really not. It has aloe vera, chamomile and calendula. Yep, knocked that one out of the park. But yeah, this is another really, really great toner. This is a great alternative to the other one. Okay, so now that we have cleansed and we have toned, all that's left is to moisturize. I once again use Simple Kind Skin Hydrating Light Moisturizer. Now, they also have a rich moisturizer, which I'm going to invest in next because this one is nearly gone. But this is the one I picked up, and I do genuinely love it. But it is a light moisturizer, and because I'm so dry, I would prefer to have just a little bit more moisture. But this is amazing. I just rub it on my face. I dot it, and then I just rub it on, and I rub it in, and I rub in circular motions upwards and outwards. And once I have that on, I then go in with my Simple Kind Skin Vital Vitamin SPF 15 day cream. Just a little tub of it like this. It is very, very smooth. I don't know if you can see the texture of it, but it is very smooth and it smells really good. And this just helps to really get that extra little bit of hydration into my skin that I definitely need. So then I go in with this little guy. It's a Simple Kind Eyes Revitalizing Eye Roll-On, and it's exactly what it says. It's just a little roller, and I roll this on in circular motions underneath my eye, and then I will tap in the excess. You have no idea how long it's taken me to get that word out in with my finger. I just tap it, tap, until it's all soaked in. If I'm not rushing though, I will just put on my usual amount and just let it soak into my skin, because it is actually, I find it really moisturizing under my eye. Probably not everyone will, but I find it very moisturizing, and I do love it. So that's everything I do in my morning time routine. I then go on to apply my makeup 10 minutes later. I like to leave all the products soak into my skin and really get the moisture going, and it does help to prime my skin for my makeup. So I let that set, and then I go out my makeup about 10 minutes later. So when it comes to my nighttime routine, I have very little differences to my morning routine, but the main difference would be taking off my makeup. So I tend to start with my eye makeup. I remove that first, and to do that I use the Simple, I can't even talk anymore, Kind Eyes Eye Makeup Remover, and I just put that on some cotton pad. I tend to use a cotton pad for each. I don't rub it off. I tend to try and, I don't really know how to explain it, but I tend to just kind of I don't know, more kind of almost like I'm grabbing my lashes through the pad. That is the only way I can think of right now to try and explain it to you guys. I find rubbing it off is really harsh, and it tends to damage my eyelashes, and I don't have many of those, so I try to keep them as best I can. So I find this, I really wish I was better at explaining things, but that is the best I can honestly do for it. And then after that I just go in with my makeup remover wipes. I'm using, once again, they're Aldi. These are the 3-in-1 facial cleansing wipes for sensitive skin. They're the blue packet. They get most of my makeup off, but there's always that little bit that just refuses to budge. So that's when I go back in with my original steps for my morning routine. The cleanser really does help to clean my skin and get rid of all the excess makeup that is left, that has been left behind by the makeup wipe. And then even if that hasn't cut it, if I have had a lot of makeup on that day, I find that even if my cleanser won't get it all off, my toner can. So it's just, each step is just so vital to me, no matter what time of the day it is. Then the only other difference after that is I do go in with my night cream instead of my day cream at the very end. And the only difference is this is a lot richer. It is a lot more, it's a lot thicker consistency. I was going to try and hold them up to the camera, but I really don't think you're going to see the difference. But this is a lot richer. It's a lot thicker. And it is probably my favourite skincare product that I have because it is just so moisturising. I love just putting this on and going to bed and just knowing the work it's doing while I sleep, because it really does hydrate your skin. So that's everything I do on a day-to-day basis. Now, at least once a week, twice if I can, I do like to really pamper my skin. I don't know if you've gotten it yet, but skincare is very, very important to me. I have struggled a lot with my skin over the years, so I know what I should and shouldn't be doing to my own skin. So on these nights, before I go in with my usual nighttime routine, I'll take off all my makeup and then I will go in with this. Now this product breaks my heart because it is actually an Avon product. And Avon decided that they didn't want to be in Ireland anymore and they left us. They left us lurching, and I was so sad because I was such a regular customer. I bought so many products off them. Even my makeup products, I have an awful lot, are Avon. And this stuff is just, it's amazing. It is so good. It's the Clear Skin Pore Penetrating Clay Mask. Now, I know they still have a website and they still work out of the UK and that's all fantastic. But as much as I love their products, I am refusing, maybe it's protesting? I don't know. I'm protesting basically because they left Ireland. I am running low on this stuff. So I do need to find a replacement because I do need to find another mask because this one is so good, but this one is going to be really, really hard to replace. That is my only problem. So I just go in. It is a super thick consistency. I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand. So it is a really, really thick consistency. As you can see, it really is a thick mask. And it really does just cling to your skin. It unclogs all of your pores. It just feels so clean and so fresh after using this. You just put it on your face all over, avoiding your eye area. Then go do whatever you want to do until you can feel the mask hardening. And that's your cue to go wash it off. And you just keep putting water on your face until it's all gone. That is the only advice I have for washing it off. So I do use that. I'm going to miss it when it runs out. And I just realised I've essentially wasted that little patch that could have done my cheek or something. So if you guys have any suggestions or alternatives or something you use instead, I am in the market for a new mask, and I'm kind of sad to be leaving it, but at the same time, maybe it's just time for change. I don't know, but it is going to be very, very hard to beat. So then on those evenings, after I have used my Avon clay mask, I go in with the nicest smelling thing in the world. I go in with my Lush Dark Angels. If you don't know anything about Lush, which I didn't for a very shameful amount of time, they are a cosmetics company that make all of their own products in store. Everything is organic. It's all like cruelty free. They're constantly petitioning to try and stop animal testing. They're an amazing company, and their products are sensational. I love their facial masks. I love their facial cleansers, which is what this is, and their bath bombs are out of this world. But I don't have a bath here, which makes me so sad because I do miss getting their bath bombs. But basically with this stuff, it's just like kind of like a clay texture, I suppose. You just get a small lump like that. That's all I use because that's all I need. And I just simply put it into the palm of my hand. Just in the palm of my hand. And I wet it a little bit. And then I just rub and rub and rub and rub. And then you will actually see it turning into a mask. When I first bought it, the woman in Lush did tell me to apply it mainly to where the main areas I felt like my pores were a problem. And for me, that is definitely along here and up here and down here. They are definitely where my pores just do not want to behave themselves at all. So that is solely the only places on my face where I will put that, and I will only do that at the max twice a week. I don't like doing it that much more because I feel like I need to give them a chance at the same time. I don't know if that's crazy, but that's just me. So I think that's everything. That is pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis, and then what I do on a pamper evening. I do like my pamper evenings. They just feel, they don't take that much longer, to be honest, to my routine. They just add that little bit extra, and my skin does feel so amazing afterwards, so it's always worth doing. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more requests for videos or future blog posts, please leave them below. Do not be shy. I will be doing posts on anything from beauty to skincare to mommy advice to whatever you want to see. Just let me know, and I will do my very, very best to do something for you. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll leave links to my Instagram and my Facebook page down below. And yeah, I hope you have a really nice day, and until the next time, bye guys.